Hello student, today we study the chapter 8, The Happy Prince, written by Oscar Wilde. Before starting the lesson, Oscar Fingal, O Phlegmatic Wheels Wild, 1854 to 19th, was an Irish writer, poet and playwright. The importance of being earnest is one of his most popular plays. He also wrote many short stories like The Selfish Giant, The Happy Prince, The Model Millionaire, and so on. The present text has been dramatized from his famous story, The Happy Prince. So let's begin with the chapter. The story is about the prince. The statue of the Happy Prince stood high above the city. It was covered with gold. Its eyes were bright blue jewels and red jewel hung from its waist. Everyone thought that it was very beautiful. The Happy Prince stood high above the city. It was covered the gold. Its eyes were bright blue jewels and red jewels and hung from its waist. Why aren't you like the Happy Prince? Mother said to their little boys when they cried. Sad men looked at the statue and said, I am glad that someone in the world is happy. Here the sad man looked at the statue and said he was glad that someone in the world is happy. One night a little swallow means teeny bird, flew alone over the city. His friends had gone away, but he had stayed behind for 6 weeks. Where can I stay tonight? He thought. Then he saw the statue. I will stay there. He thought it is high up, so there is plenty of fresh air. His friends had gone away, but he had stayed behind for 6 weeks. Where can I stay tonight? The teeny bird thought. Then he saw the statue. Then the bird saw the statue. I will stay there. He thought he will stay there. It is high up, so there is plenty of fresh air. He thought that it is high up and so there is plenty of fresh air. He landed between the feet of the Happy Prince. I have golden bedroom, he thought. But as he put his head under his wings, a large drop of water fell on him. The bird thought he landed between the feet of the Happy Prince and he have a golden bedroom. But as he put his head under his wings, a large drop of water fell on him. He looked up. That is very strange. He thought there is not a cloud in the sky, but it is raining. Here the bird thought that there is not a cloud in the sky, but it is raining. Then another drop fell. I cannot stay on a statue that does not keep me dry, he thought. Here the bird thought, I cannot stay on the statue that does not keep. I must find another place. And he decided to fly away. But as he opened his wings, a third drop fell. He looked up and saw. What did he see? Then the bird decided to fly away. But he opened his wings. A third drop fell. He looked up and saw. What did he see? The eyes of the Happy Prince were full of tears. Then the bird saw. The eyes of the Happy Prince were full of tears. Tears rolled down his golden face. The face was very beautiful in the moonlight, and the swallow felt sorry for him. When the bird saw the eyes of the Happy Prince were full of tears, the face was very beautiful in the moonlight, and then the swallow felt sorry for the Happy Prince. Who are you? Asked the bird. Here the bird asked to the statue, Who are you? I am the Happy Prince. And replied the statue, I am Happy Prince. Then why are you crying? I am wet with your tears. Here the bird asked the happy prince, why are you crying? And I am wet with your tears. When I was alive, said the happy prince, I had a heart like every other man, but I did not know what tears were. I lived in a palace where there was no sadness. In the daytime, I play with my friends in a beautiful garden, and in the evening I danced. Here the happy prince said to the bird, when the prince was alive, he had a heart like every other man, but he did not know that tears were. He lived in a palace where there was no sadness. In the daytime, he played with his friends in a beautiful garden, and in the evening, he danced. There was a high all round the garden, but I did not know what lay on the other side. So I was called the happy prince. I was pleased with my little world. Now I am dead, and they have put me up here. When the happy prince said to the bird when he was alive, there was a high wall round the garden, but he did not know what lay on the other side. So he was called the happy prince. He was pleased with his little world. Now he was dead, and they have put him up here. I can see all the happiness of my city. My heart now is made of the cheap metal, means lead. But even that poor heart can feel, and so I cry. Here the prince said to the bird, why he is crying? Oh, said the swallow to himself, he is not only gold on the outside. Far away from here, said the happy prince in a low voice, there is a poor house in the little street. Through an open window, I can see a woman at a table. Her face is very thin and she has rough, red hands. She is making a dress for one of the queen's ladies for a dance in the palace. Her little boy is lying on a bed in the corner of the room. He is very ill. He is crying because she can only give him water from the river. Little bird, will you take my red jewel to her? I cannot move from here. In this paragraph, the prince said to the little teeny bird, far away from here, the happy prince saw a lady. She is making a dress for one of the queen's ladies for a dance in the palace. Her little boy is very ill. He is crying because she can only give him water from the river. Then the prince said to the little bird, will you take my red jewel to her? I cannot move from here. My friends are waiting for me in Egypt, said the swallow. Then the bird said to the prince, my friends are waiting for me in Egypt. Egypt in a country in Africa. Little bird, said the prince. Here the prince again and again called the little bird. Please stay. The boy is crying and his mother is so unhappy. The happy prince looked very sad, and the little swallow was sorry for him. And the little swallow was sorry for him. It is very cold here, he said, but I will stay with you for one night. Tomorrow I will take the jewel. Here the bird said to the prince, I will stay with you for one night, and tomorrow I will take the jewel. Thank you, little bird, said the prince. So the swallow took the great red jewel from the prince's waist and flew away with it over the roofs of the town. He passed the palace and heard the sound of dancing. Here the swallow took the great red jewel from the prince's waist and flew away with it over the roofs of the town. When he passed the palace and he heard the sound of dancing. The bird passed over the river and flew and flew. At last he came to the poor little house and looked inside. The boy was lying on the bed. The mother was asleep. She was so tired. He flew in and put the great red jewel on the table. Then he flew round the bed, moving the air round the boy's face with his wings. "Oh," said the boy, "my face does not feel so hot. I think I am getting better." And he fell asleep. Here the boy said to the swallow, "My face does not feel so hot. I think that I am getting better." Then the swallow flew back to the happy prince. Then the swallow flew back to the happy prince. "It is strange," the swallow said. "It is very cold, but I feel quite warm." "That is because you have done a good thing," said the prince. The little swallow fell asleep. When day came, the swallow flew down to the river for a bath. When day came, the swallow flew down to the river for a bath. A clever man saw him. "That is very unusual," he said. "That kind of bird here in winter. I must write that down." "I will go to the Egypt tonight," thought the swallow. When the moon came up, he flew back to the happy prince. "Can I do anything for you in Egypt?" he said. Here the clever man saw the bird. "That is very unusual. That kind of bird here in winter. He must write that down." The swallow thought that he will go to the Egypt tonight. When the moon came up, he flew back to the happy prince. "Can I do anything for you in Egypt?" The prince said. Little bird," said the prince, "please will you stay with me for one more night?" Here the prince called the bird again and again. "Please will you stay with me for one more night?" "My friends are waiting for me," answered the bird. Here the bird answered to the prince, "My friends are waiting for me." Far away across the city, said the prince, "I can see a young writer in a little room at the top of a house. He is sitting at the table that is covered with the papers. At his side there are some dead flowers. He is trying to finish a story, but he is very cold and he cannot write. There is no fire in the room and he is weak and hungry." Here the prince said to the bird, he saw a young writer in a little room at the top of the house. He is sitting at the table and is covered with papers, and his side there are some dead flowers. He is trying to finish a story because there are no fire and he is weak and hungry. "I will wait with you for one more night," said the swallow kindly. "What shall I take him?" "One of my eyes," said the prince. "They are made of beautiful blue stones. The young man can sell it and buy wood and food. He can finish his story." The prince said to the bird, "They are made of beautiful blue stones. It's take him and give the young man. Then he sell it and buy wood and food, and he can finish his story." "Take out your eye, dear prince," said the swallow, "and cannot do that." And he began to cry. Here the prince began to cry. "Do it," said the prince. So the swallow took out the prince's eye and flew away to the young man's room. It was easy to get in because there was a hole in the roof. The young man was sitting with his head in his hands, so he did not hear the bird's wings. When he looked up, a beautiful blue jewel was lying on the dead flowers. "Sometimes likes my story," he cried happily. "This is a gift from someone who has read my books. Now I can finish writing this story." On the next day, the swallow flew down to the river. He watched the seamen working on the ships. "I am going to Egypt," he cried. But no one listened to him. Next day, the swallow flew down the river and he watched the seamen working on his ships. And he was going to Egypt. When the moon came up, he flew back to the happy prince. "I have come to say goodbye to you," he said. Little bird," said the prince, "please will you stay with me for one more night?" Here the prince called again and again the little bird and its request, "Please will you stay with me for one more night?" Thank you.